Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you another movie review. And this time we're finally talking about The Debt Collector.
Jacob here, meeting my icon, Catherine Isabel.
Bloody Jacob for sexy, awesome, exclusive content.
Subscribe and watch my friend on the YouTube channel. He is kicking ass.
Fuck with me and my friends! I'm after my family! Fuck! Oh, I'm just getting started! Get in!
Subscribe.
Starring Scott Adkins as well as Louise Mendler, and directed by Jesse B. Johnson, who, if you guys didn't know, and you're an Adkins fan, well, first off, that's a wee bit embarrassing, lads. That's my attempt at an accent. But yeah, he had previously directed Scott Adkins in Avengement just recently, as well as Triple Threat, the big ensemble. Just came out not so long ago as well. So yeah, they're building quite the repertoire together, and I'm embarrassed to say this is my first time watching Debt Collector, and I know, I claim to not only be a genre fan, but a big fan of Mr. Scott Adkins as well. I think he's the greatest modern action star. Honestly, I do. He's extremely well-rounded with what he can do physically. He has a great combination of speed and power when he has to. Not only that, but I think he's actually become a pretty damn good actor at this point too. I mean, he was never bad, but if you compare like his late 2000s, like early 2010s work to like Accident Man or Onward or something like that, then you'll notice a difference, and that's a good thing. Any actor should seek to improve their craft, and he's always wanted to be considered an actor before just being considered a stuntman or something like that. And I think he's earned that more than so, I believe. And here it's about a martial artist who's basically down on his luck, wanting to keep his dojo, basically afloat for personal reasons, especially. And then it's a job that seems easy enough until a client drags him into a situation deeper than could ever be anticipated. Basically, he starts working for a mobster, really, and he's paired up with Louise Mendler's character, Sue. By the way, Scott Adkins' name in this is French, even though he's clearly British and everything. And then they basically go door to door for a while, on different levels of difficulty to collect these debts or push these people the right way. And that would have been fine if that's all the movie was, because this movie's it's an action flick, sure, but it also has touches of dark comedy to it. It's a bit of buddy cop as well. So it's not, I feel like it meshed, at least a few different genres here fairly well. Scott Adkins and Louise together, I think, actually really mesh rather well as well. I was pretty impressed, actually. Louise Mendler, I think, was actually very good. I thought his character was going to be a bit kind of there and over the top, but no, he felt like a real character, as did Atkins' character, French, who I got pretty invested in and found to be pretty likable as well, even if I wasn't a Scott Adkins fan, which I very, very much am. I think it's one of Scott Adkins' best acting roles to date, and there's plenty of action too, a few violent shootouts, a couple, hilarious bits with, the people they have to collect from to varying degrees. Like I said, over in Final Flow movie was about that. It was just so much fun. But the movie, especially in the third act, does take a more serious turn, and I seen some reviews have a problem with that, like they didn't know what kind of movie, Jesse V. Johnson didn't know what kind of movie he was making. Oh, he damn well did. And I think it's just it's a ball. You get a really nice opening martial arts scene from Scott Adkins as well, that I think is one of his finest. And the rest of it is played to the guy's strengths, as well as him just being, thrown off by everything that this job is entailing, just how deep these people he's working with are actually in. And I think it was pretty well crafted. Another thing is the movie looks great. I mean, I was even enjoying the scenic shots. We got of the location. It looks really crisp, really clean, picture-wise. And I really can't say enough about this movie. Vladimir Kilish was pretty good as well. I also enjoyed seeing Tony Todd, of course, being a big horror genre fan. I love seeing him pop up in anything. He's perfect as this Barbo is a character, very scummy, very deadly, boss. It doesn't delve too much into these guys, but you find out just enough to care and kind of get both their personalities. Although surprisingly, you actually find out more about Sue than you do about French. But maybe that's why we're actually getting a sequel. But before we talk about that, I just gotta say I did really enjoy this movie. I think the two of them were very good together, almost seamless. Basically, it got better and better as the characters sort of separately got along more. And I really can't wait for Debt Collectors, coming out this month, I believe, actually on video on demand. I think it's May 28th or 29th. I think it's 28th. So next Friday, very much check it out. I'll be definitely renting it off of Amazon Prime or something, because this movie is just a blast. I really enjoyed it. I feel like it worked in a lot of ways. I'm trying to come up with a con right now, but I can't. I mean, I guess, the main story, like the whole, deception within their line of work. It wasn't the most interesting, I guess, but the characters bring a lot of life to it, the actors, and just the vibe of the movie. It really clicked nicely, 95-99% of the time. So yeah, this movie is just all around really enjoyable, really just solid, and I am ashamed that I hadn't seen it until now. I don't know what the hell I was doing on my ass or what, but I think it is really one of Scott Adkins' best movies. I understand why he talks so highly about it all the time. I'm really happy we're actually getting a sequel. Although it's a bit odd, definitely could have just been a one-off movie as well if you know how it ends. Especially for one of the characters. But I'll definitely jump in for the sequel for sure. I look forward to watching it soon. And if I'd rate this movie, well, I gave it a 9 out of 10 on IMDb actually. So I'd give it like a 90, probably about like a 91% or something like that. I think it was pretty damn good. So thank you guys thought about it. What are your expectations for the sequel? Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.